Okay, it's a Thursday morning actually here, and it's approximately 3 minutes past 8 a.m. or you can say 8 a.m. GMT in Accra, Ghana, and that's where our head office is, or our headquarters is located, and it's the Reunited live channel on Facebook. And there's been something we've been doing, quite often this pre-season, coming live to talk about our dear Manchester United. In our previous game, it was a 3-1 victory against Crystal Palace, and it was a good win, and we came live, we came to talk about it. We shared our views, and also we were able to read some comments from you. And this morning we are live again to talk about matters arising in the camp of Manchester United, because skipper, number 9, that's Cristiano Ronaldo, whom we signed from Juventus just last season, has been in the news, for quite some time now, with regards to the fact that he might be leaving or he might be staying. We just don't know. But all we know is that his agent, that's George Mendes, keeps on offering him to clubs, and clubs keep on denying him. We heard that he offered him, he had a meeting with Tom Boyle, that's the new owner of Chelsea, and Chelsea declined the offer to sign Cristiano Ronaldo. He also, offered him to Bayern Munich, who also denied, and also Atletico de Madrid, who also denied the offer. So it looks like teams are not interested in signing Cristiano Ronaldo, but we'll be delving into that matter, deeper later in the show. But then again, let's talk about the United Surprise Show. You might be hearing, or you must have heard of the Surprise Show, once or twice. But what's it about? Basically, that's what a United Surprise Show is about, because it's about, taking United fans all the way from Africa to Old Trafford to witness their club, play. And, like I always say, it's a dream come true. If you're a Manchester United fan, one of the things you would want to, feel or have a feel of, before one day, departing, is to see Manchester United play. And that's what the Reunited Surprise Show is about. So if you are in Africa, anywhere, any country at all, in Africa, then you could be that lucky winner, who could travel with the Reunited crew all the way to Old Trafford, to watch Manchester United play. And it's just going to be bigger and better, because the first time it's going to happen, or the maiden edition will feature the crew of Reunited live, and also 3 lucky winners, one from Ghana, one from Nigeria, and one from any other African country, because this is what basically Reunited Live is about. So you can see Manchester United Live, that's the logo, and that's what we are doing. We just want to, create that bridge, between, Manchester United and, Manchester United fans in Africa. We don't want to see that, fans in Africa feel alienated to their own club, because it's just not, okay sometimes when you feel, or you have a feeling that, people who are natives of Manchester feel like, they are better United fans, or they are better at supporting United than other fans, in other parts of the world, because they have the privilege to always watch Manchester United play. So this is what we offer you, the chance to watch Manchester United play live at Old Trafford. That is what Manchester United Live brings to you, and that is what we call the Reunited Surprise Show. And it's going to be big, it's going to get better, and all you have to do is just log on to Facebook, and then follow the page, and also just turn on the notification button, and also just be interactive. That's all it takes, and you could be that lucky winner to join, the crew all the way to Old Trafford to watch Manchester United play. Now let's talk about Manchester United. Let's talk about what's been happening. We've played 3 preseason games so far, and it's been good. Not just the results, but also the performances in itself has been, great. 4-0 victory over Liverpool, 4-1 victory over Melbourne victory, and also a 3-1 victory over Crystal Palace. It's just been great. It's been so great. You talk about the performances, which hasn't been anything short of exciting, and that's just what Manchester United fans have been craving for some time now, because we saw how our performances dipped, before the season ended last year. We lost, I can't remember, 4-0 heavily to Brighton and Hove Albion. We lost again on match day 38, that's the last day of the season, to Crystal Palace. So it hasn't been good. And if you're a Manchester United fan, there's the time for you to start rallying your support behind the team, because Erik Ten Hag is the man to take us there. That's what most fans are saying, and we know definitely that he is the man to take us to the promised land. I have Nana-Poku Hitchfield, who is watching. Good morning to you, and he'll be joining us very soon in the camp of Manchester United, and he will join us pretty shortly. But like I was saying, performances have been good. 3 wins out of 3. It's a 100% record for Gaffer. And also, not just that, but we talk about signings too, and signings having great. 3 signings coming through. Tyrell Malacia was the first signing from Feyenoord. We also had Christian Eriksen signing on a free, and also we completed a signing of Lisandro Martinez. But the gaffer says he doesn't want them to travel all the way to Australia, because, in some few days' time, they'll be returning all the way to Manchester. So there's no need for them to join him or the team in Australia. I have Nana-Poku Hitchfield with me. He's dripping. He's looking saucy this morning. You can see him in the shades and his AirPods. And good morning, Nana-Poku. And how are you doing?
Good morning, Josiah. How is everything?
We manage. You can see me in my kit, and that's it. That's what I have over here. The reunited line. Yeah, reuniting for that devil in us. And how's everything? How's life treating you?
I was supposed to be in Perth, but my love for Africans, my love to help others is the reason why I'm still in Accra. I wanted to be on tour. I would have been visiting a few friends by now, following Manchester United, bringing you guys updates. But I thought of it, the cost and everything, and I decided to save for the Reunited Shock Prize show, because I want to give Manchester United fans in Africa the opportunity to travel and relish that dream of being at Old Trafford, of singing "Glory, Glory, Manchester United" in that iconic stadium. And that is what I'm telling I'm telling my African brothers. If you're an African and you're a Manchester United fan, certainly this is the place to be, because we have so many shows, we have so many ways we want to take Manchester United fans in Africa to Old Trafford. Because I feel, because of the poverty sometimes we find ourselves here in this part of the continent, it is difficult to amass or gather money to go visit Old Trafford. And that is where we United Live, we've come in, we've seen that deficit in the African society, and we wanna send Manchester United fans to Old Trafford, and this is something we want to be doing every year to give back to the lovely people of Africa.
Thank you, Nana-Poku Hitchfield. I think it was very, very clear, and you were immaculate on that submission over there. It's great. That's one thing I always say. I don't want to talk about religion, but to visit, or as a United fan, to get a chance to visit Old Trafford, to watch or to walk through the tunnel, to watch all those trophies being on display, the museum and all that, and also to walk onto Old Trafford and see United play, to hear that rumble, to hear that thunder of a sound when there's a goal. I believe that is the dream of every Manchester United fan. And, let's just give us a bit of clarity on that. So how many people will Reunited or the Reunited channel be taken all the way to Old Trafford, and what is the experience going to be like?
Now, we are taking 3 people from Africa to Old Trafford. Now, 15 people, we are going, yourself, myself, the crew, everybody. We are going 12 people in total, and I wanted to add 3 lucky fans on Reunited Live. If you keep subscribing to our channel on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube though, and you keep that top fan badge. Now, when you follow a page for quite some time, you get that anniversary following and things. So we are going to pick the top people on Reunited Live on Facebook. Excuse me. We are going to pick these people and run a draw. Now, before we do that, we are going to send Google Forms so that everybody fills it with your address, with your numbers. Now, when we run the draw, what the reason why it is called the Reunited Shock Prize is because we will have a bit of your details where to find you. Now, before you realize, you might wake up in the morning and here we are with our camera crew and
Yeah.
telling you out there that
Yeah.
you are the lucky fan going to Old Trafford. It is an
Wow.
all expense paid trip. Guys, I want you guys to help me as Africans. Share our content, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can get some money somewhere because we are doing everything by ourselves and we want to give back to the society. We want to give back to Africans. So we are picking one person from Ghana, one person from Nigeria, and the other from Tanzania. Now, I have so many friends from Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. That is why I included them. And this is not just these three countries. We want to be moving. Now, I keep telling you guys that Nana Poku Hitfield, I'm a polyglot and I want to travel to every African country before I die. I keep praying to God that He should give me that privilege of becoming the ultimate African because thank God I've traveled to other continents before, but I want to be the ultimate African. And through Reunited Life, through our shows, the Reunited Surprise Show, I want to touch many African hearts. And I hope the one watching us will sow his dream into our dream. I want to meet Sir Alex Ferguson one day. I want to meet Sir Brian Robson, and everything will be televised or will be live on Reunited Live. So if you're an African, certainly this is the place to be and keep sharing our content, keep liking our pages, and help us grow. We have 25,000 plus followers, but that is not enough. If 25,000 people are sharing this video, do you know in 3 months' time where we will be? We will have
Exactly.
so many sponsors and
Exactly.
guys, it is a whole lot of money, but this is what I want to do for Africa, and I think it is a good initiative. We need to help ourselves as Africans. It's about time that we need to help ourselves. That is what I'm saying. We need to bring Manchester United to Africa, and through this Reunited Surprise show, if we are able to get the following that we deserve, we can go to Manchester United and tell them to come and tour Africa in the probably next year or in the next 2 years because we
Exactly.
have so many things we can show Manchester United. We
Mhm.
can be in Kenya for 2 days, Ghana for 3 days, Nigeria. We want Manchester United to tour Africa comprehensively. Now, Thailand, respect to Thailand. But guys, this is Africa. If Thailand can host Manchester United, why can't Africa host Manchester United?
Exactly.
Manchester United can be in Kigali, the cleanest city in the continent. We Egypt. We have so many beautiful things we can show Manchester United, and I hope that Manchester United fans in Africa. Now, even if you are not a Manchester United fan and you are in Africa, you need to support Reunited Life. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like our page on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter, though. So this is what I want to do for Manchester United fans in Africa, and I hope that they will sow their dream into my dream and make this channel one of the biggest, so that we can go to Manchester United, talk to them, so that they can visit Africa in probably next year or in 2 years' time. We need to
Now,
do this.
that was quite profound, And if I'm a Manchester United fan, which I actually am, then I'm just buying every bit you said over there because like we said, there's quite a gap between Manchester United and fans in Africa. There's
Yeah.
quite a gap you can see, and it's quite huge. So one of the basic objectives of Reunited Life is to bridge that gap between African United fans. And like you're saying, it's just a dream because I just can't imagine myself, at a Stretford edge, and then a Greenwood scores a goal. Like you can't just
It
imagine
will be
that,
absolutely amazing.
the raw, you
That Old
can't just
Trafford, yeah.
imagine it being at Old Trafford to witness something like that. But I believe in our subsequent, shows, we'll still be talking and we'll hammer on it. But if you're watching, if you're a fan, all you have to do is to follow United Live channel on Facebook and then subscribe, share our content. Share. Just don't stop sharing, because you share, that means, or that's basically you telling a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Then you're not just selling United live, but you're also selling Manchester United club, our favorite club. Now, Nana Poku, let's move to business. Let's talk about what's been happening, what's been trending in the club. It was 3 wins out of 3 games for Erik Ten Hag. Yes, they were not competitive games, that these are friendlies that are much needed. And I want us to summarize that. It should just be a synopsis of all 3 games. What are your what's your take from all these 3 games? What are your positives? I want you to give me 2 positives and 2 negatives. Maybe you've seen our strength and also our weaknesses in all those 3 games. We've scored 11 goals combined. We've conceded 2, but we've won all 3 games. So what are your positives from these games we've played so far on top?
Now, when you look at the games that we've played, all the 3 games, we've dominated possession. And now Manchester United as a club or as a team are stringing 5, 7, 10, 15 passes together. We are keeping the ball during these 3 games. And that is what Manchester United fans have been hoping for. It's about time Manchester United play as a team. And I'm super glad that Erik Ten Hag, under his tutelage, everything seems to be clicking. Players are running more, players are making runs, and we have possession always. We are keeping possession. Now, I know there is a bias with regards to Liverpool in the Premier League, and Pep Guardiola has said it on so many times. It's like everybody now wishes Liverpool the best, and so many fans growing up had Manchester United beating their teams over and over again. So the hatred is there. So I don't blame journalists when a slight thing goes wrong. They try and say Manchester United is dead, because we've been beating these people for the past 20 years consistently. So we have so many enemies now. So there is a bias towards Liverpool. Even though we beat them 4-0, people were like, oh, it is just a preseason game. Come on, guys. If Liverpool had beaten Manchester United the same scoreline, the media, the news, that would have generated.
What do you think the headline would have been? What do you think if we had lost 4-0 to Liverpool in that friendly game? What do you think the headline would have been?
Probably, here we go again, another season of disaster.
All right. So, yeah.
Here we go again, another season of disaster. That is what would have been captured on the Sun, the Mirror, or whatever. But we don't care. We are Manchester United. We are the biggest club in the world, whether you like it or not. Everything goes through transition. And this is our transition. Sometimes you look at what Erik Ten Hag is doing at the moment. And when you think about it, sometimes people say it takes 3 years for a team to gel. It doesn't take 3 years for a top manager to put principles and guidelines into place. It's just 3 games. But when you look at these 3 games and look at what Manchester United have been playing for the past 8 years, you can see a clear difference between these 2 styles. We are dominating possession. We are making runs. And when you play higher up the pitch, the probability of you scoring more goals is higher. Because when you press and get the ball, you are closer to your opponent's goal. And that is what Liverpool have been doing. And that is what the Man Cities have been doing. They play high up the pitch. So I'm super happy with Erik Ten Hag. And what I envision him to do is exactly what he's doing. He has put principles in place. There are rules and regulations. And it's like everybody is enjoying football now at Manchester United. Although they have been wedged. I wanted to swear on the show, but I don't need to swear, guys.
I'm sorry, Nana Poku, you can't swear. You can't swear on the show. You can't swear on the show.
They have been working their F out. They've been working out a lot, and you can see in the trainings, there have been pictures we posted them on Reunited Live where players are panting. They can't even breathe. And that is what we want to see. We want that fitness. Because if you are a very good player, you need fitness. You
Exactly.
need fitness.
Yeah,
Because
you need to be
fitness
fit.
is what is going to take you through that 90 minutes. If you are not fit enough, you will be exposed in this Premier League. Because teams are fit. Liverpool.
Let's talk a bit about fitness. Let's talk about a bit about the fitness of these players. I think under Oli, we had,
Yeah.
this, peculiar way of playing. Then Rangnick came in, and Rangnick's style, we believe, is a high pressing game because we understood that, he himself, is an advocate of Jinjin pressing. Now, he questioned the fitness of the players. He questioned, that was the first thing he did when he said, because he felt some of the players in court were lazy. Do you think that by the time the league starts in August, by the time we play our first game on the 7th of August against Brighton and Hove Albion, do you think we would have, gotten that fitness? Do you think the players would be fit enough to go through the season?
Oh, yeah. When you look at the training sessions and the matches in itself, you can see how sharp the boys have been. Now, the game against, what was our last game? Against Crystal Palace, Marcus Rashford made a darting run in behind, and that was the first one I've seen him done in over 5 years. He was quick off the block and he was lightning. He was lightning, and the commentator was quick to see that. You know, Fitness, as I said, we need fitness in this team, and Manchester United players have been on holidays for quite a long time. They've literally been on holidays at Manchester United. Now they are working for their wages, and we are happy with the training methods of Erik Ten Hag and Steve McLaren. He was our assistant coach when we won the treble in
Yeah.
1999. He
Yeah.
knows what it takes to win a
Mhm.
treble. He
I
was
think it was a good decision from Erik Ten Hag to bring him on board, wasn't it? Because there's a man who was around during the heydays of Manchester United. He has all the
yeah,
experience. He has had, some coaching time on his own. He has stayed with some teams in the Premier League as well, not just in the Premier League, but all over Europe. So I believe it was a good decision from Erik Ten Hag, wasn't it?
yeah, but Erik Ten Hag was once an assistant manager under Steve McLaren at
Wow,
FC20.
wow,
So
wow.
he has reciprocated that favor, and he knows that Steve McLaren is somebody with principles. He knows they've worked together before. So
Exactly.
now the student becomes the master, and the master becomes the
Because the
student.
student now interested,
Yeah,
interested.
but Steve McLaren's inclusion has been positive. Now, I've been speaking to a few people around the team at the moment, and what they are saying is it's all smiles. It's all smiles. And we don't have the prima donnas anymore, the Paul Pogba. I think the best transfer window, sorry, the best transfer of this season is Paul Pogba leaving Manchester United. Because
You
now
believe?
we
You
have
think
players.
so? You think Paul Pogba leaving Manchester United is the biggest thing to have happened to us this postseason?
Yes, trust me, guy. Josar, listen, sometimes it is not about talent. Paul Pogba has all the talents to become world class, at Manchester United. But it is about commitment. It is about committing to a cause. And that is something that has lacked in Paul Pogba's tenure at Manchester. It was lacking. And throughout his tenure at Manchester United, he wasn't really committed. Today, you will hear he is leaving for Real Madrid. He was always flirting with other teams. And look at the money we decided to give him, and look at the money he's gone for it. He
Yeah.
probably thought the Real Madrids and the PSGs will come
Would have
bombarding
come
him with
rushing in for him.
so many, so many contract offers. In the end, the money he said that wasn't enough for him. He's taking less at Liverpool.
Less than
Sorry,
that at
at
Juventus,
Juventus.
exactly. Yeah.
So he hasn't been committed to Manchester United in a long while. The Liverpool game where he came off injured. Everybody could see this was an intentional injury. So not enough of Paul but let's talk about Manchester United. We have Christian Eriksen here, guys. This summer irrespective of who we will sign as a club, I think the best business is getting Christian Eriksen on a free
I think
transfer.
we'll talk a bit about that Christian Eriksen issue, but then let's talk about the negative so far in those 3 games we've played during preseason. In the first game, we kept a clean sheet. We managed to score 4, and we were able to exhibit that attacking prowess under Erik Ten Hag. Then in the next game, it was another 4 goals from us, but then we conceded 1. Then in the third game against Palace, we scored 3 beautiful goals, but then conceded again. It was so unfortunate the way we conceded. But what do you make of the defensive structure of the team currently, with Erik Ten Hag preferring a left-footed player playing at the left centre-back position, where we saw the likes of Telles being deployed at, for some time, or in some of these games? What do you make of the defensive network of Manchester United in all these 3 games?
Now, the Liverpool Hitfield, I'm full of positivity. When my grandma died, I never cried because I was like, people don't see their mothers, people don't see their grandmas. So if I've had the
But you live to see yours.
I live to see her. She nurtured me, she advised me, and she was my role model. So I don't see negatives in things. I'm somebody who normally don't look at the negative side of things. All I'm seeing is positive because every team, irrespective of how strong your defense is, you are going to consider goal here and there. But it is about how you bounce back. Against Melbourne victory, we considered early, but the reaction is what we are looking for. Sometimes you can lose a game, but feel you should have won. That is the feeling we want to have. Even if we lose a game, we want to see that we did everything. We were just unlucky on the day. Other than watching a team being bombarded in every front, being bombarded. I hate to see that. But when it is, football is about win, draw, and lose. So sometimes you might concede that odd goal that will make you lose games. But it's about how you play. That is the most important thing. Nobody is perfect, and football is not perfect. You might lose. Even the Liverpool, even Man City, they lose games, right? Yeah, so I don't see negatives. All I see is positives. So far as we keep playing higher up the pitch, the opponents are very far to our goal. Now, David De Gea needs, I think he's been learning of late, right? He's been playing as a sweeper. Because if the team pushes higher up, the goalkeeper needs to come a bit further to collect loose balls, to kick.
That's playing the sweeper role in a way, playing as a sweeper.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. So I don't see negatives. All I see is positive. Glory, glory, Manchester United. I'm sending love
No, let's talk a bit.
United
We are still talking about the defense, but let's not sing. I want to single out David De Gea. We all know his predicament under the Spanish national team coach does Luis Enrique. He hasn't really, favored him. We've seen the likes of David Raya. We've seen the likes of this goalkeeper Sanchez. We've seen the likes of Unai Simon, being picked ahead of David De Gea. Now, it's just 4 months to the Mundial, or 5 months, to the Mundial all the way in Qatar. And De Gea, we didn't see him feature for them, during the UEFA Nations League, games. Do you think that with the appointment of Erik Ten Hag and the way Manchester United would be setting up, in recent times, do you think that De Gea would feature for Spain, or he will earn a call-up for Spain, at the World Cup?
Now, I have a friend in Sweden. He's called Gerard Lanso. He sent me a video and was telling me about the fact that look at how David De Gea is practicing passing. I think Erik Ten Hag has recognized that deficiency in David De Gea's game, and they are working on it. They are working on it a lot. I can see so many training sections where the goalkeepers keep kicking the ball very hard to each other to control and things. So I know Erik Ten Hag. Erik Ten Hag is a perfectionist. He is somebody who wants things to be done over and over and over again so that it becomes second nature to that individual. So he knows the deficiency in David De Gea's game. We all know, every Manchester United fan know he is an excellent shot stopper. But when it comes to aerial balls, collecting balls. Let's say there is a corner where he needs to come out and relieve the defense of that pressure. And with the sweeping role that you said, he has that deficiency. And I know Erik Ten Hag will be working on it. And the coaches have already started working on his passes and everything. So, Roma no te hizo en un día, siempre un paso a la vez. Rome was not built in a day. It's always a step at a time, boy. Oh man.
All right, so that's
boy.
great from you. So we're speaking about the positives in our games, and it's been it's been fun to watch Manchester United. I just wish they are playing today. I just wish United has a game today because it's fun to watch. And as a United fan, we just can't wait to see the season kickstart. We just can't wait, and we know we are headed the right direction because it's been a long time. We had a feeling like this. Yes, you can make the case that it's preseason, but you can see, the writers on the wall, and they are so glaring that we are headed the right direction. And Eric is the man to take us there. I was reading yesterday, and there was some data that was collected by the bookmakers, and surprisingly, Manchester United is the team that has been backed the most by bettors to win the league. Honestly, isn't that surprising?
We have no excuse to say last season is gone. It is dusted. We've had a good preseason. If we get things right, this might be the season where we win the Premier League. Guys, let us not kid ourselves. We have a good coach. We have a good manager who is a professionalist and will keep hitting and pushing these players to the limit. So as I said, I am an optimistic person. I look forward to the brighter side of life. I don't look at negative. Last season is last season. It is gone. Done. That's it. This is a new season. Christian Eriksen. If we get probably a Yuri Tillemans, there's been reports. I've been speaking to a few friends, and there's been reports that Manchester United wants to look at alternatives to Frankie de Jong. When we get somebody like Yuri Tillemans, he knows the Premier League. Yuri Tillemans knows the Premier League, and nobody can tell him he is very hard to dispossess of the ball. Have you noticed? He is a player, and it is very hard for you to dispossess him of the ball.
All right, we'll be speaking transfers in a bit, but then let's start with one of the greatest players of all time. And we have had the privilege as Manchester United fans to witness him play for our team twice in his career. That's Cristiano Ronaldo, Aveiro dos Santos.
Wait. Cristiano Ronaldo is not one of the greatest players of all time. He is the greatest player of all time.
He is the greatest of all time.
He is the greatest player of all time. Come on.
All right. Let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo because there's been rumors, there's been speculation for weeks now that his agent, that's George Mendes, keeps on offering him to clubs. We heard he had a meeting with Tom Boyle some weeks ago, offering him to Chelsea, but that offer, was declined. Then to Bayern Munich, we had Oliver Kahn and Salihamidzic, talking about the fact that George Mendes has offered Cristiano Ronaldo to them. Then it was Atletico de Madrid. Now, what's your stance? Do you think Ronaldo or Manchester United won't be starting next season with Ronaldo? You think they are not going to start the season with Ronaldo? And if we don't start the season with Ronaldo, do you think that Manchester United are going to bring in another number 9? Considering Anthony Martial's recent form, what do you think?
Now, as I said, Cristiano Ronaldo is the greatest footballer of all time for a reason. That guy has seen it all. He has done it all. His records speak for itself. He doesn't want. He doesn't have to speak in a team where everything seemed to be disastrous. He shined through that season. But this is Manchester United, and I love Manchester United, and I love Cristiano Ronaldo because he plays for my club. And if Cristiano Ronaldo wants to leave, we shouldn't create a problem like the Paul Pogbas in our team anymore. We want positive energy. We want players who want to be at Manchester United. And that is the problem I have with the Glazers. Now, if Cristiano Ronaldo ends up staying at Manchester United, it means he is staying just for the commercial side of things from Manchester United. That is all. Because they think they have the world most, like the biggest brand in the world at the club, so they need to keep him in all fronts. But if he doesn't want to play for Manchester United, we should let him go. He has played for the club twice. We've had the opportunity, the privilege of seeing the greatest footballer of all time play for Manchester United. If he wants to go, we should let him go so that we get a young, come on, hard-working striker. You know, if he doesn't want to play for Manchester United, it means he's going to bring that bad or negative energy to the dressing room. Anytime somebody sees him, they know this guy doesn't want to be here and he's being forced to be here. You know, so it's about time Manchester United rethink. And I know Erik Ten Hag. I don't know the conversations he has had with Cristiano Ronaldo, but he seems sure that
He seems
Cristiano,
optimistic that Cristiano Ronaldo is going to stay. It's
yeah,
as
he
if,
said Cristiano
yeah,
Ronaldo.
yeah, he knows because look, you know, from the way he speaks, you know, about Cristiano
Yeah.
Ronaldo. Whenever a question is being thrown at him, all he says is that Cristiano Ronaldo is a great player and definitely would see Cristiano Ronaldo feature for Manchester United come next season. But we've heard that, we've seen that so many times. You know, that's just a gimmick because with Bayern Munich, we heard what they said about their striker Robert Lewandowski, and just some few days ago or just yesterday, he ended up signing for Barcelona. So do you think it's just a ploy to prevent more questions being thrown at him? But do you think that Ronaldo realistically would be leaving because Manchester United are bound to be playing in the Europa, in the UEFA League or Europa League, sorry, come next season? Do you think that would be the reason why Ronaldo wants to leave Manchester United?
I'm not Cristiano Ronaldo, but that guy hasn't even played in the Europa League since his first season as a professional footballer. He is meant for the Champions League. He is Mr. Champions League. No player has scored more goals in the Champions League than him. He has won the Champions League 5 times. So, I said I understand the reason why Cristiano Ronaldo will want to leave Manchester United. And as a Manchester United fan, I give him all my blessings if he wants to leave. But the thing is, will Manchester United sell him? We need to sell him for some quid. We need to let's get. I've been saying this for quite some time, and maybe somebody might think I'm pushing towards the Nigeria. I've heard people shouting Ivan Tony.
Are you
The
going
English
there?
media.
Are you going there?
Wait. The English media favor somebody like Ivan Tony. I'm like, Ivan Tony over Victor Osimhen. Let's go get Victor Osimhen. That guy will run the channels. He will run. He doesn't stop running. Have you watched Victor Osimhen?
Yeah, I've got a privilege to watch him. I watched also when Ghana played against Nigeria, in the World Cup playoffs. I've gotten the chance to watch Osimhen.
Did you see
I
the
watched him
run he
last
did?
season against West
Yes.
Ham when they played against, was it Leicester in the UEFA Europa League. So I've gotten the chance to watch Osimhen quite a number of times. And I think he's a guy who is built for the Premier League because, physically,
He is tall.
he
He
has
is
it.
athletic. Yeah, he is tall. He's athletic. And he's young. He's got age on his side. Now, when I look at Ivan Tony and people keep talking about Ivan Tony, I'm like, what is. Come on, guys. Ivan Tony to Manchester United leading the line. Let's get somebody who will push Anthony Martial to his limit. And that is none other than Victor Osimhen. Now, we would have said Darwin Nunes a couple of months back, or probably Erling Haaland, but now they've moved on to our rivals. So when you look at the market, which other striker? And this guy from France, I think PSG just signed him. Oh, something.
Ekitike,
Yeah, yeah,
is it?
yeah. PSG has signed him. So we need a young chap who will run the channels and pull the defenders backwards so that we can play the style Erik Ten Hag is trying to implement at Manchester United.
All right, so let's move away because we just don't know the fate of Cristiano Ronaldo now. We don't know if these are just rumors, and we know how the media is all over Manchester United. We know that they talk about Manchester United to sell
They
their
hate us.
product. They need to talk about Manchester United.
They hate
But
us.
then again, another signing walk, through the doors, and that's Christian Eriksen. We know who Christian Eriksen is. During his days at Spurs, he moved to Inter. He won the league under Antonio Conte. Conte wanted him, when he joined Tottenham again, but Christian Eriksen said no to Conte. He said no to Brentford. He says he wants to play Manchester United. And finally, we've been able to sign the chap on a 3-year deal. What do you think Christian Eriksen will be adding to this Manchester United team?
Christian Eriksen brings vision, set piece threats, and he scores and assists goals himself. The vision of Christian Eriksen, when I look at this Manchester United team at the moment, with the exception of somebody like Bruno Fernandes, who can see a pass or who can see a 30 or 40-yard pass, no other player in this current Manchester United team can see those passes. And that is what Christian Eriksen brings. He brings vision. We know what he can do. His set pieces are one of the best. We haven't been scoring enough from set pieces. But we've got Harry Maguire, we've got Scott McTominay, who assists 5. Why can't we score from set pieces? Christian Eriksen in this Manchester United team will deliver it on a silver platter for Erik Ten Hag, for Harry Maguire to just nod it into the pole.
Right.
So set pieces are his hallmark. He is known for his deliveries, and he has that vision. He has that vision. Just watch Christian Eriksen, and you will understand what I'm talking about.
It's all you're saying about him, are quite undeniable, because we saw him back during his days with Spurs, and how he was able to, link the whole team. I think he was the most important piece, during that Pochettino time, because he managed to find everyone on the pitch, not just Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, but he knew how to find, the wide men, that's in Trippier, and also Ben Davies or Danny Rose. And that was how instrumental he was for Tottenham Hotspur. He was very, very key. During their run to that UEFA Champions League final, all the way, was it in 2019? So we know that we have a gem on our hands. But then again, we had another defender. We signed another defender from Ajax, and his name is the Butcher, or the Butcher in Amsterdam. That's Lisandro Martinez, a defender who is 5'9". He's not the tallest, but he won the most duels and completed the most passes in the Eredivisie last season. Lisandro Martinez, what does he bring to the table?
Now, when I hear people talking about height in defense, I told you the last time, guys, Fabio Cannavaro was 5'9". Marco Baresi of AC Milan, the Italian defender in the 80s, who everybody feared to even approach with the ball, was 5'9". Now, Charles Puyol of Barcelona was 5'10". So it's just an inch, right? It's just marginal, right? So height doesn't. Now, most of the times, short people tend to jump more than tall people. If you don't know, because they know they are short, they jump more than tall people.
Yeah.
Let me give you an instance. They didn't let Lionel Messi score a header against Rio Ferdinand in the UEFA Champions League.
I don't want you to remind me of that moment. And I've watched that goal once. And for the past how many years? 13 years, I've never ever watched it. So please don't remind me of that moment. But I remember, and we even have Jota, for Liverpool, who is, I think, also 5'9", equally, but manages to get into the right positions, and get his head, at the end of some crosses.
Yeah, it is all about jumping. And normally tall people don't like jumping a lot. If you look at it carefully, they don't like jumping. They think they are already tall. But short people will jump. And Lisandro Martinez is aggressive. Now, I keep saying that football is played on the field. The ball is always on the floor before it gets to the air. So if he is keeping the ball on the floor, he is more potent.
Exactly, because last season he won the most duels. I made mention of the fact that, and not just aerial duels, but ground duels as well.
Yes. So his aggressiveness is what Manchester United needs. We've been talking about Harry Maguire being soft, Victor Lindelof being soft. We are going to see somebody. I'm glad that we have him. He is the butcher of Amsterdam and Manchester United.
Let me put you in this spot. Let me put you in this spot before you move on. So Manchester United are playing against Liverpool at Old Trafford, and it's the 94th minute, and we have a corner, and you know it's Eriksen who takes the corner, and it's the butcher who goes up against Van Dijk. What would be the outcome?
As I said, I think we need to see this duel, right?
but I just want you to know. I just want to know what do you think the outcome will be? It's
in the air,
Lisandro Martinez going.
You know, Van Dijk is a world-class defender.
He is one of the best.
Yeah, he is one of the best. And I need to see that duel before I can say anything. I don't want to say because Van Dijk is also a very good defender, and he jumps. He is a tall defender, but he likes to jump. So we need to see it in order to make conclusions, guys.
All right, let's preview our game. We've had enough bites, on the transfers. Let's preview our game on Saturday, 2 days from now, against Aston Villa. Aston Villa themselves, they are already in Australia, and there was a video circulating yesterday. Some rituals and there was being done. If you've watched it, I'm not sure you have. Have you?
No.
There was a video. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I even posted it on my Twitter page. There was a video of the Villa players, going to, and it's normal because we saw some few seasons ago. It was Liverpool's manager, Jurgen Norbert Klopp, who also traveled there, and you could see him doing a certain dance. So there's this culture, over there, and I think those coming from the Western world or the Western part of Europe really enjoy Australia, because I believe you yourself you've been to Australia a couple of times, and you can attest to the fact that it's great. It's a very great country and with lovely people in there. But now let's talk about the game.
Now let me tell you something about Australia. Australia is one of the most diverse countries in the world. We have so many nationalities.
Tribes. I believe they have tribes, lots of tribes.
Chinese, and we have some people called the Aboriginals. The Aboriginals are black people.
Wow.
The Aboriginals are black people. So Africa, we've been going places over the last century. The Aboriginals are black people, and as I said, it is a well-diverse country full of different cultures. And we have Indians, we have Kenya. I used to have so many Kenyan friends in Australia, and I keep asking them, is this Kenya? Because there are so many Kenyan people in Australia. And as I said, it is a diverse country, and the culture and everything in Australia, guys, the biodiversity, animals, kangaroos, penguins. Australia is a country that everybody needs to visit. And just like I promise you, one day we will go on Reunited Surprise or probably a Star-Studded show in Australia. And
Amen to that. Amen to that. All right, so we are hard pressed for time. But finally, let's talk about the game against Villa. We've played against two Premier League sides already. Liverpool 4-0 were victors. Also against Crystal Palace 3-1 over there. Now we play against Villa, the likes of Oli Watkins, Danny Ings, Buendia, Coutinho, Ings, and Co. What are your expectations for that game against Villa? Do you think Ten Hag is going to make it 4 wins out of 4 against Aston Villa?
No, I'm very optimistic, and irrespective of how many players you have, we are going to pin you in your own box. And that is something we've seen in the last 3 games. We pinned Liverpool in their box, in their half. We are playing on a high press. So irrespective of the team, our philosophies and principles will be the same. And that is what Erik Ten Hag is instilling in these guys. And I'm so proud, I'm happy about. And Manchester United will win against Aston Villa. Trust me, guys. Trust me. Let
me hear your prediction. What's your prediction?
Oh, another 3-0, I think.
3-0. 3-0. 3-0. All right. Then before you take leave of us, we're hearing, in the corridors of the United Live Channel office, we're hearing that there's a new program called the Star-Studded that will be coming up, shortly. And we want our fans, I know some people are watching still, what is it about, basically? What's the star-studded
Now,
show about?
okay, so the Star Starter show is a show that I'm gonna host. I want to interview celebrities across the African continent that support Manchester United. That is why I keep telling Africans, keep pushing Reunited Live so that we get more following, so that we get more things, so that when we go to these celebrities, they will allow us to interview them. Because most of the times when you call these celebrities, they are doing, I'm busy, I'm that. But when Reunited Live is a household name, it becomes easier for us to get to these people. Now, let me tell the people of Africa something. Now, we'll be shooting it very soon, and Reunited, sorry, the star started. Now, when I was growing up, I had a privilege of living at a particular place. When I was 19, I was living there with my dad. And in that same room, former president of Zimbabwe, the most educated president until he passed, Robert Mugabe, once lived in that room when he was living in Ghana, when he was
Wait,
schooling
wait,
in
wait, wait,
Ghana.
wait. If you can, reframe that again, if you can go back and, are you telling me in the house where you lived, you got a privilege of, staying in that house with the most educated president in Africa?
Yes,
That's
Robert Mugabe once lived in that same room I and my dad were living in. And the opposite the room was another room where former vice president of Ghana, Alhaji Aliu Mahama, was living in. So when you get to that house, these are the stories, and it is well documented. They have pictures and everything. So growing up, I will look at and I'll be like, if Robert Mugabe once lived in this house and he is now a president, it means that I can live in this house and be something for Africa. That is why I'm
exactly,
giving
exactly.
Africans. That is why I want to be the ultimate African. I want to travel to all 54 countries in Africa. Maybe marry like 10 women across Africa. Who knows? One lady from
I'm not sure
Seychelles.
you're polygamist. I'm not sure you're polygamist.
No, I can't be polygamous. I'm African. Come on, guys. You know, many people have wives and they've got girlfriends all over
I
the
believe
world.
those are your personal views. But the other
Yeah,
people,
yeah, yeah.
it's been
Maybe I will
great.
get. Wait. Maybe I'll get a beautiful lady from Tanzania. I'll get one from Seychelles. I'll get a
Uh-huh,
woman from Egypt. I'll get one from
uh-huh,
Somalia, Ethiopia.
uh-huh,
I need a bit of variety. All right.
Eswatini. I heard they have some of the most lovely, ladies,
Women
on the
out there.
continent,
Yeah.
All right, Nana Poku, it's been great having you on the show. I think we've done, an hour, of talking about Manchester
We
United.
can do two
Great.
days talking about Manchester United because we love the club. This is the biggest club in the world. Some of us,
Exactly, it's the
our
biggest.
happiness depends on how Manchester United are doing.
Mm,
When I'm in a good mood, it means Manchester United have been winning a lot. People know it. So when
Exactly.
Manchester United win and
Uh-huh.
you need something from me, that is when you need to call me because I'm all over the place. I'm so happy. So if you
Nana
are
Poku.
watching, guys, share this video, let it get to a wider audience, and let's push Reunited Live to the world. Now we have a video that is trending. You didn't speak about that.
Yeah.
We have a video that is trending. It has over 500,000 views. Come on, guys.
Wow.
We need to get to 1 million views so that we push Reunited Live to the world.
Wow.
Glory,
Wow.
glory, Man United. I want to
Sorry,
send love to
United. Yeah.
everybody, every Manchester United fan. Nana Poku Hill, I'm a symbol of love. I want to be known for somebody who came to this world and loved relentlessly, loved effortlessly. And that is why we are bringing you, the people of Africa, the Reunited Surprise Show. I will be there. We will
Mm-hmm.
video all our journey from
Everything.
wherever you are. We will surprise you in your home with a camera crew, and I will be there. Josakwe will be there,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
just imagine everything caught on camera. Your
Mm-hmm.
surprise on your face that you are the lucky winner from probably Ghana, Nigeria, or Tanzania, who is coming
Tanzania.
along with us to
All
Old
right.
Trafford.
Exactly. All right. So thanks so much. So that was the CEO of the Reunited Live channel on Facebook. We're also on YouTube, Reunited Live. You can just log on to Facebook and search for Reunited Live, and you can watch our videos over there. But there's transfer buzz and news. This is one of the segments, and I know that you enjoyed watching. You know, we had some people who watched today. I couldn't go through that list, but we had Zhao Lin Ong who watched. Sebuliba, the son, is also watching. Good morning this morning right here in Accra. We are in Accra, yeah, the heart of the city, or the capital city of Ghana, and it's 2 minutes to 9 o'clock GMT. My name has been Josal Kukwe, and this is the Reunited Live channel. Yes, and hopefully we'll be back. We'll be playing against Aston Villa on Saturday, and that will be our last game in Australia before the team flies back to the UK. And definitely in the subsequent games, we would, you know, get a chance to watch the likes of Christian Eriksen and also the butcher Lisandro Martinez play for Manchester United. That's what we brought to you today. We spoke about Eriksen. We spoke about Lisandro Martinez. Ronaldo, do you think he'll be leaving or you think he'll be staying? We spoke about our previous games during this NU tour. It's been 3 wins out of 3 games for our gaffer, Erik Ten Hag. It's been great having you on the show, but this is where we draw the curtains, and hopefully we'll be back again, same time after the game on Saturday. Please stay blessed.